Luckily, we do still have Carol with us here in the studio after a very emotional day yesterday. Carol, morning. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you, Sam and Roger. Good morning to you both as well. Good morning to you at home too. I'm glad to say today's weather is a lot quieter than it was yesterday. We're starting off with the risk of ice, also some fog. The fog could be slow to clear across the Vale of York, but most of it will lift, and it's going to be drier with some sunshine around.
It's so gorgeous to see because the response has been universal. This is our favourite quote, isn't it? I love my job, but I love my husband more.
Quite a few of them have picked up on that. That's the Express. What does Steve make of it all, Carol?
I think he's a wee bit embarrassed, but also I think he's really quite chuffed as well because it's true.
Good. Oh.
There you go. There it is again in the mirror.
Yeah.
If you haven't yet stepped outside, this picture tells its own story. For some of us, it is a cold and also a frosty start. This was taken by one of our regular weather watchers in Lowestoft a little bit earlier. Good morning, everyone. If you are just heading out, it's a nippy start to the day. And we also have still, as we've seen in the news, a lot of flooding around. Good morning, Roger and Sal. Good morning to you at home too. We've seen the pictures of the flooding yesterday, and I want to just point out we still do have 99 flood warnings in England at the moment, 3 in Wales and 8 in Scotland. Now these will fluctuate as we go through the course of the day, the numbers that is, so you can keep up to date with what's happening where you are on the BBC weather website. And for the weekend, once again, it is looking unsettled. There'll be rain or showers at times, but there'll be some brightness too. Sal and Roger. We've seen the devastation that's been caused by some of the heavy rain connected with the storm yesterday. Today's a quieter day, but you can see some of the flooding on this playing field in Somerset. The other hazard this morning is fog. There's some dense fog around. A lot of it will lift, but some of it will stick, for example, around the Vale of York. And there's the risk of ice on untreated surfaces this morning as well.
In sports, more privacy for players. Why tennis star Coco Gauff feels it's unfair to have off-court cameras after she was caught smashing her racket following her Australian Open exit.
Just one very final yes-no answer. You were always so composed when you played tennis, Andrew, when you were British #1. Did you ever break a racket in frustration?
Oh, I think one year, Roger, I believe that I was the most fined tennis player. And considering I played so few matches because I lost the ball...
You were the bad boy.
That was a pretty good effort. Listen, if Carol Kirkwood, that terrible woman, is still in the building, give her lots and lots of love from me, will you?
Andrew, she's waiting.
She's right here and she can hear you. And we haven't even mentioned Carol at Wimbledon, have we? Because that's the thing. Everybody, every year will remember Carol going to Wimbledon, which I am sure Andrew has seen Carol there many, many times. Great to talk to Andrew Castle this morning, former British #1, who has been known to smash the occasional racket.
And full of admiration for Carol, as is everybody.
Oh, thank you, Roger and Sal, and Andrew as well. It's always a pleasure. Good morning, everyone. If you are just stepping out, well, we still have some ramifications from yesterday's storm. At the moment, there are 93 flood warnings in force in England, 8 in Scotland. We've lost them in Wales for now, but these flood warnings do fluctuate through the course of the day. So do keep an eye on them on the BBC weather website. Now, we've got fog around this morning as well. Dense fog. In the Vale of York, it will be slow to clear, but elsewhere it should tend to lift in the next few hours. Good morning to you too at home. There are still a lot of flood warnings in force across the country, so do keep in touch with what's happening with them on our BBC weather website. They do fluctuate in number as we go through the day. Now, the hazard you may run into this morning is fog. One of our weather watchers, Figaro, sent this in from North Tyneside this morning. Some of it is dense, some of it will be slow to clear, particularly so across the Vale of York. And Roger.
Carol, thank you very much. It's been lovely having you with us the last couple of days.
It has been such a pleasure being here. Thank you.
Good.
Storm Chandra has cleared away, but it has left an awful lot of water to work through the river systems. We have this severe flood warning in force on the River Stour in Dorset. A severe flood warning does imply a danger to life. And the rain that fell from Storm Chandra fell on ground that was already very wet. This shows the rainfall we've already seen so far this month compared with what we'd expect in a typical January. 200, 300% of the typical January rainfall, 2 or 3 times what we would normally expect. And there is more rain to come, falling on that saturated ground, so there may be some more flooding impacts.
Kiera, I imagine there's some muddy pitches out there today.
Yes, there are, but we have some sunshine after yesterday's rain, a brief bit of respite today. With all the moisture, though, from yesterday, when the sky cleared overnight, of course, we're likely to see a bit of mist and fog. So we had a bright but quite a misty start to the day, as you can see here in Uxbridge. The mist and fog, however, lifted, and we've had plenty of winter sunshine. Now, this afternoon, there's more winter sunshine, but there is a chance of just 1 or 2 isolated showers. They're not guaranteed. Not everywhere will see them. Temperatures again at 9 Celsius. The Atlantic starts to make a little bit of an appearance. It pushes fronts towards us for Friday.
Oh, Ben, we can see behind you, Chandra, really taking its toll.
Yeah, it certainly has left its mark, Nina. The weather itself is better today. Most places getting to see some spells of sunshine, but there's a lot of water left behind. That was the Somerset levels from a weather watcher earlier on today.
Sally's still with me in the studio. Sally, it's still January, but we're nearly there.
Oh my goodness, it goes on and on and on, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's been a bit grim, bit on the wet side. Normally by this point in January, we'd have had 87% of the monthly rainfall. How much do you reckon we've had, Yasmin?
I think it was so terrible, 95.
161. So we've had our quota plus another 2/3.
We're done then.
On top. Yeah, that's it. No, well, I wish we were done. Do you know what? It's not too bad. There are bits and pieces of rain around. So it's like, keep your umbrella to handy, keep an eye on the forecast, and keep everything crossed. Here we go. Hello again. I hope you've had a lovely day. I'm a bit concerned about that little duck there sliding around. Anne Willow looks a bit sick of the January weather, doesn't she? Well, it's nearly February. Don't worry too much. Now, we have got some fog around in places tomorrow, so not the most beautiful start to the day. Into Friday, there's going to be rain at times. That's beginning and the end of the day. Hopefully, you'll get some drier weather in the middle. And for the weekend, quite cloudy, but still the risk of some showers. Have got some rain moving through, so a damp start for Friday. There'll be some dry weather in between before the next system moves in later on Friday. Cheerio.
And here, there are more flood warnings in place tonight after chaos in parts of the country caused by Storm Chandra. A lorry driver died and a major incident was declared in Somerset.
Now, it was impressive to see the sunshine today. Let's find out about the rest of the week. Lovely Kate is here to tell us all. Well, you're smiling, so...
Well, today was like a little sigh of relief, wasn't it? A little bit of winter sunshine. Very lovely in comparison to yesterday. It was certainly a lot calmer, but with all that moisture we had yesterday, where we had the clear skies overnight, we woke up to a little bit of mist, a rather beautiful start. And this picture I absolutely love from Ruthie Babes in Twickenham, the pigeon in flight just across the Thames, all that mist. Now that lifted and the winter sunshine made itself seen. Now we've had that really in London for much of the day, just a little bit of patchy cloud, higher cloud towards the end of the day, so that sunshine turned a little hazy.
And it's been a much brighter day for many, but could that be about to change depending on where you are? More warnings have been issued. I'll have the latest on that a bit later.
Alex is in Salford Keys. Alex, much better conditions today, but was it just a brief break in this endless rain?
Oh, Mary, don't spoil things already. Yeah, I'm afraid there is a bit more rain to come, but before we get into that, let's just take a moment to pause and enjoy the weather that we had throughout much of today. Brighter skies across a large part of the British Isles, it has to be said. As you say, we're in Salford Quay, where it has been very nice throughout the course of the day. In fact, had a lovely train journey up here. Blue skies for much of it, although it has been quite chilly today. Certainly a bit of a breeze picking up here at the moment. And even in the capital as well, another pretty bright day as well. Just dry weather really being enjoyed by lots of people, and also some smiles smiles on faces. However, yeah, it isn't going to be something like this all the way through. Let's take a look at the satellite picture, and as you can see here, a largely dry picture, but notice down towards the southwest again, there were some showers through this morning and into the afternoon. Well scattered, but this will increase as we head through into tomorrow. And as you may have heard, there are more warnings about to come into play. So as we head through into tomorrow, across the southwest, there is another rain warning. We could see up to 25 millimetres of rain falling in some of those quite sensitive areas. Remember, the ground is very heavily saturated. River levels are running pretty high as well. And as we push on into Friday, then we pick up another rain warning, but this time for Northern Ireland. So we're not out of the woods just yet, but away from here, it certainly will be a fair bit dry, and I'll take you through those details right now. Well, the changeable conditions are going to persist as we head through the rest of this week and most likely into the weekend, with perhaps another area of low pressure coming through on Friday into Saturday.